If you just get an undergraduate degree, you may not get a job in data science. Now, that's not to say that you can't get a data science job with just an undergraduate degree, because that's all that I have. However, there is a caveat to that. If all you do is go to class, and maybe you're doing so well, maybe you're top of your class, but you don't do anything else. No internships, no projects, no active learning on your own time. You just go to school. You're probably not going to be qualified to get a data science job. And I know a lot of people are not going to want to hear this, because it is really hard to get internships. It is hard to get extra work. It is hard to learn things on your own, just outright. Like, learning on your own time when you're in school is like, why am I doing this? I thought I was going to school. However, given the job market, and especially for data science, it's really hard to be qualified for like real data science positions. And I know real data science is like not a great term, but like a data scientist role where you're doing machine learning, you're actively on a project, you're learning, you're working, you're making things better, you're contributing. You're not just running Excel and like SQL queries all day, which like that's totally fine if that's what you want to do. But I would not personally consider that data science. So back to the prompt at hand. What can you do for yourself to be qualified for some of these jobs? You need to get real experience doing projects, not just homework assignments. So you need to have a value that you are trying to create and build towards. So how might you get this? I find structure helpful. I'm not the queen of personal projects. I like to be told what to do, especially 2-3 years ago when I was in school. Jesus, that's a long time. Anyways, I would like to be told what to do. I don't know what I'm supposed to be learning. Tell me something that I can do. How can I help? You're just so lost in this new field. I felt the exact same way. My freshman year, I kind of lucked into an internship at my mom's company. However, my sophomore year, after that, it was prime COVID years. Literally all these internships are getting canceled. I still don't have one. There's no way I'm gonna get one. So we had to get a little bit creative. And if you go to a large public university, or maybe some small ones have this too, but we have like a research database. I went to the University of Washington, by the way. If you go there, you can check it out. But the research database, and I just Googled machine learning, data science, algorithms, things like that. Not Googled, but like Googled in the database, searched them up. And I found a biochem lab, which I worked for the next 2 years. And I just like these kind of labs, they'll kind of let you do whatever you want. So I had a grad student who was in a PhD program basically in bioinformatics. And he was building these machine learning models, but then I also did web development for this lab, managed their database. I did machine learning, I did ML ops. And yeah, so that was kind of my first real introduction to like, it's not a personal project, but like a side project, extracurricular at school. So if you can get into one of those labs, they really will let you do whatever you want. You're like, I want to learn this. They're like, okay, build it for me. Sounds good. Figure it out. So you kind of have a little bit more structure, and usually there's other people in the labs that are like, you know, in school as well in like some sort of advanced degree, especially if you're in undergrad. There's grad students who are like, you know, doing the real research, working on their thesis and whatnot. So you can get it under them. It's actually really beneficial. Work hard to get yourself an internship. Work hard at the internship or project or lab, or if you want to do a personal thing, like do a personal thing. Like, anyways, it will show a lot if you are reaching out and getting these opportunities, especially like things that are like, everyone has an internship, and not all internships are created equal. Like, you can have an internship that has a fancy title, but like you don't actually learn anything. Recruiters would prefer you having your own project where you can speak through the whole thing. What happened, what decisions had to be made, why you did this, what's going on, versus I had an internship and all I did was like VLOOKUP in Excel, you know? So it speaks a lot to your initiative, especially as a young person who knows what they want to do, passionate. Like, you really can't have all these technical skills coming in because you just don't have enough time, enough experience under your belt. What you can have is initiative, and that is how you show it. Follow along for more content like this. Leave any questions in the comments below. Bye.